How's it going, Martians? Welcome back to the report. In today's video, we're going over an article from tokenpost.com titled European Central Banks Announces CBDC Proof of Concept Using R3's Corda DLT platform. In other words, the European Central Bank has confirmed that they're going to be processing their CBDC, their upcoming CBDC, through XRP. So, real quick before we jump into this article, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified of all my newest crypto related videos. And also, please do me a favor and hit that like, as it helps the YouTube algorithm. So, moving into the article, it begins by saying the European Central Bank, ECB, has joined the growing list of central banks that are actively looking into central bank digital currencies, also known as CBDCs. On December 17th, the ECB published a paper exploring anonymity in central bank digital currencies, which detailed a CBDC proof of concept called Eurochain, established by the European System of Central Banks, ECB, under the coordination of the central bank itself. So real quick, I'm going to see if they mention XRP at all in the article. No, but they obviously mention Corda platform. They don't say Corda settler. So it says here, there's a few mentions here. So the article or the paper from the European Central Bank states the IT architecture supporting the proof of concept has been developed in cooperation with R3 and Accenture, who is also a Ripple partner, building on the functionalities of the Corda platform. Other proof of concepts have been developed by Eurochain in the past, and that work will continue in the future. It also states that the proof of concept has been developed using Corda. Corda is a DLT platform which is designed to ensure that the information that is held locally by two users, which store details of their bilateral transactions, is consistent with the overall information stored in the system, without that information being shared with other users. The proof of concept features 4 entities, 2 intermediaries, 1 central bank, and an anti-money laundering authority, each represented in the network by a node that operates a Corda app, an intuitive web application allowing interactions between users, and a set of application programming interfaces, APIs, allowing communication and interaction between different parties. Additionally, CBDC units in Corda and usage model. So sorry if you can hear the neighbor's baby crying in the background. They're across the street, and that is an angry baby. So the article states that CBDC units are represented in the ledger by Corda states. Every state contains information on its value, details of its past and current owners, and cryptographic proof of its validity, i.e., proof that since its issuance, it has always been transferred in accordance with the rules laid down by the central bank. It states in Corda follow the unspent transaction output UTXO model, whereby every transaction consumes one version of a state and triggers in the same ledger the creation of a new version that can be used in a subsequent transaction. At any given time, only state versions that are upspent and whose previous version has been spent in accordance with the rules of the system can be accepted by payees. In the proof of concept, it is ultimately the responsibility of the payee's intermediary to ensure that the states which are received by its clients are valid and can be redeemed by the central bank on demand. So in the proof of concept, a special node called a non-validating notary allows intermediaries to check the validity of states by maintaining a registry of all current valid UTXOs, also known as the unspent transaction outputs, just a reminder, to protect users' privacy. The notary has no access to data such as transaction values, user addresses, or states' histories. It also is that okay. So additionally, why am I seeing it listed down there? Oh, okay. So it's talking about in this model here. So it's showing that the payment goes from user 1 into the payer's intermediary, which is, I'm assuming, their bank. So it prepares transaction by removing anonymity vouchers from user's reserve, and then has issued the anti-money laundering authority issues vouchers, which are attached, and CBDC units are attached to vouchers and CBDC units to the transfer, which moves to the payee's intermediary. So in this one, it does not show any intermediary, but I think that this is strictly for the transfer of the CBDC between individuals who are exchanging that exact CBDC and not like, pardon me, that aren't exchanging the Euro chain CBDC for, say, a Fed coin, right? In that situation, let's see. I'm not seeing any reference in that situation to how that would operate. At any rate, the proof of concept shows that it is possible, using the Corda platform, to build a simplified CBDC payment system that safeguards users' privacy for low-value transactions, while still ensuring that higher value transactions are subject to mandatory AML CFT checks. However, that proof of concept also highlights a number of areas where there is room for improvement. Okay. So, again, it's not stating anywhere in here how the coin, or how they will utilize Corda settler in regards to movement between other digital assets or other central bank digital currencies. So for now, we are left to speculate that XRP will be used between those, but at any rate, let's see here, or continue on with the article here and see what it says that I missed. So the ECB set up Eurochain as a learning tool for European central banking community. Currently, there are 18 national central banks taking part in its voluntary initiative, including those of Austria, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Portugal, Slovenia, Spain, and Sweden. The proof of concept has been developed in cooperation with, obviously again, with Accenture and R3, with the IT infrastructure built on the functionalities of the Corda platform. So the proof of concept drawn up by the ECSB demonstrates that it is possible to construct a simplified CBDC payment system that allows users some degree of privacy for lower value transactions, while still ensuring that higher value transactions are subject to mandatory AML CFT checks, this said by the ECB in this paper, obviously. So it provides a digitalization solution for AML CFT compliance procedures whereby its users identify whereby a user's identity and transaction history are nevertheless hidden from the central bank and intermediaries other than that chosen by the user. So the central bank, however, clarified that the network the research work is not geared towards practical implementation and does not imply any decision to proceed with CBDC. As such, The paper states that the scalability of the prototype was an example not analyzed. Just recently, the ECB president, Christine Lagarde, revealed that they have set up a task force to explore digital currencies, adding that they plan to accelerate the effort of this task force, harnessing on all those experiments that have taken place and all the research that has already been put into this effort, together with the work that has been done here also by mid-2020. Interesting. So by mid-2020, it sounds as if Christine Lagarde, at least over at the European Central Bank, would like to see the Eurozone entering into the future of finance by utilizing a CBDC or some digital currency equivalent. So a number of central banks, including those in China, Switzerland, Sweden, and Canada, have been actively involved in CBDC research and development for quite some time. While some have just started exploring the idea, just recently the Reserve Bank of Australia published an issues paper seeking stakeholder views on CBDCs and stablecoins. Turkish President Erdogan has, I think it's Recep Tayyip Erdogan, but anyways, Erdogan has also mandated that development of the country's CBDC to be finished by 2020. So the British Virgin Isles is also developing its own digital currency called the BVI-Life, which will be pegged to the US dollar 1-to-1. So exciting news. All kinds of developments going on in the world surrounding CBDCs, and as most everybody in our ecosystem hopefully knows, the reason why I'm speculating heavily that the CBDCs will utilize XRP as their underlying asset for exchange between them is due to the fact that their Triffin's dilemma essentially mandates that whatever currency is going to be used as the new standard, essentially the replacement for the US dollar as the global reserve, is not going to be a state-controlled currency because of issues involving the short-term needs of a country to have a low-valued currency versus the long-term demand on a reserve currency to appreciate in value. And so this creates a paradox which has caused the US government in recent years, due to the high value of the dollar, or not the US government, but the US economy over the last several decades, to begin to slow down due to the high cost of the dollar and the inability of the American economy to compete with foreign nations such as China due to this currency exchange and the fact that our labor in America cannot compete with the labor of Chinese workers or workers in, again, other nations whose currencies are so low valued that they cannot, that they're able to perform and create far greater quality products at a far cheaper price. So, at any rate, not to babble any more on the topic, hopefully you all understand why I am, this is my belief that obviously XRP will be utilized in this. There's also, as many people know, we have several interviews that we've covered over the last year that show that Ripple has been pushing central banks to adopt CBDCs for quite some time now, and they're adamant, and the central banks are adamant that the CBDCs will not solve the liquidity, the international liquidity crisis that is unfolding between them without the use of a decentralized third-party supranational currency. So, with that said, hope you all enjoyed the video. and I can't wait to see all of you in the next one. As always, on Mars.